Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Roosevelt Show. I'm your host, Roosevelt. We got Hunted P up in here, Big LA, the co host of the Roosevelt Show as well. Um, Before we get into this episode tonight, we're going to go ahead and drop this intro, man. We'll see you on about a minute or so. Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Roosevelt Show, man. Let me go ahead and drop a bomb for us while we up in here, man. One time. What's happening, fellas? How y'all doing this evening, man? What's going on? Talk to me.
We here, man. We here.
Yeah, most definitely. Big LA, man. What's going on with your champ? Back for another one.
Not the screen, the microphone. Hello?
Hello? Are
All
you
right,
still there?
all right. Hey, man, look, I'm in the kitchen, man. I'm multitasking, man. I had to
Nigga
make sure I
say,
was doing something.
hello? Is it me you're looking for? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
What
see,
the hell?
see, see. I wasn't trying to do all that, you snitch. Look at you. Y'all ain't, man, y'all, boy.
Hey, would you
It,
say that's
it be
like
your
that's
own
like the
big
old
brother.
man, old man with the
It be,
Bluetooth in his ear?
no,
Hello.
no. Oh,
Can
you
you
know
hear me
what?
now, motherfucker? Can you hear me
Y'all
now?
ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. It's all right.
You know this, and you know this, man. You know, yeah. Honey P say he got some breaking news for us, man. A couple of things going on in the city, my brother.
What
Uh,
we talking about? What we talking about?
yeah, drop
Well, I
it.
mean, I wouldn't say breaking, but it's some really informative news, especially for a lot of people who have children in the LAUSD system. Uh,
Mm,
something that they want to implement by the LAUSD saying that the number of students being absent since the pandemic, the at home, the distant learning, is increased. So what they want to do is now try to implement maybe penalties such as possible jail time for student and guardian for children who continue to miss excess days from school. And I'm like, damn, they're more worried about the kids coming to school, not because they learning, but you get money per student at school, you know? So it's like,
that's-
damn, what's next?
I mean, do you think that's like legally feasible? Like, you think they can actually legally get away with that? Like, you know what I mean? Who's to say your kid, not feeling well or something like that? Like, they just gonna implement that? That's kind of like some bullying shit. It sound like to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
That
mean, and
sounds like
see,
the good old LA school district.
yeah, I mean, it's probably
Tell you
legal.
what you're gonna get, and then or give you a hope and a dream, and then at the end say, "Nah, this what you gonna get. Deal with it. You don't like it, do something." And 90% don't do
You know what? I agree with you, Big LA. I agree with you on that. Um,
nothing.
like real shit. As a piggyback off what you're saying, uh, these LAUSD system, man. A lot of us came up in the LAUSD system or been in it at one.
You
Hmm.
know what I've
Um,
learned? You know what I've learned
they
just being in the California system. Period. School system wise, it's fucked up. It is.
Yeah.
it
I
is.
went to a bunch of continuation schools, color high schools. Man, listen, it's fucked up. Especially when you move out of LA and start going to these other schools and these other districts, you really see how fucked up it is.
Yeah, that
You go to
shit.
lunch and it's segregated. You got Mexicans on one side, black kids over here, white kids over here. You got the rockers and the cool kids over here doing something. You got the sports kids over here and over here doing something. And your most segregated group of people is the loners, if you will. Them the ones you see with all the colors, all the colors.
But that goes on throughout the whole school system, not even just with the students. Even perfect example, when I go to some of the meetings with at some of my kids' schools, um, once you walk into the parent center, you talk about segregation. Like me, I'm always sitting at the center table, me and my wife, and it's usually other parents there, Hispanic, black, all sitting at the table, people with open minds. But you always have this one group that come right in and see they just sit by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, you segregating yourself in here. You got the
Every
black
time.
people who want to sit over here, the Hispanics want to sit over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
all supposed to be here for a mutual cause. We already, you know what I'm saying? It's already tension in the air. Why keep it going in here, acting like we're here for the students?
But then y'all want to blame each other when your kids go to school and act this type of way. They both got it from home. So what do they do when they get to school? Yeah, I'm not sitting next to you. I'm not sitting next to you.
Yeah, it's definitely taught at home. I definitely agree with that. Like, to the fact of like if your kids see you, being standoffish against, another race or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you giving an example for them to, follow that
Cut up
shit.
and cut up and do the same shit.
Yeah.
Now, my time coming up was different. It wasn't your parents taught you this shit. This was things that was being sent to the streets from certain locations. We not gonna say on air. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time. 100 days, 100 nights. That was a different time. White T-shirt thing. That was a different time. You dig what I'm saying? These kids nowadays didn't have to go through that back then. Well,
Yeah, that
And they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
realize that.
Now they really don't, bro. It was a time my parents, my grandmother and mother wouldn't buy me no white T-shirts, none. I think I might have had one. They knew what it was. Before school, it was popping. After school, it was popping. Sometimes at lunch, it crack off. Like, just depend
And
on what day the sun came up, what time the sun came up.
I mean, not only that, Um, also, I tell my oldest son, a lot of stuff we missed out on in school. Some of us were superb athletes, but it was so much drama going on after school, and like you didn't even stay in the neighborhood of the school. So it's like, soon as school was out, you had to get home. You couldn't afford to be around that neighborhood. But a lot of the kids nowadays don't have to worry about that type of shit. They don't realize that some of them think they got it bad, and like they really don't.
See, that's the thing. I went to high school in Riverside. I went to high school in Moreno Valley, Paris. Like him, it get different. It get real different. And you doing the sports thing, and you like, all right, cool, cool. Then you get out of school, and you get ready to go home, and you got to walk through you got to walk through the aisle. And as soon as they see you, where you from? Man, I'm just coming from school. I'm just trying to get to the. We don't give a fuck about none of that. We see who you kick it with. We know who you kick it with. Where you from? We give a fuck about that backpack. You going to school? None of that. And these was grown men saying that shit.
Yep. And it's even worse out in those areas, like the Riverside, San Bernardino's, Lancaster. You got cats out there who really be on some other shit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I'm talking about the grown niggas pulling up to the Kmart down the street from the school, waiting on youngsters to get out. But the
Man,
youngsters
hey,
was we was squabbling up though.
yeah, like real shit.
We gonna make it home. We squabbling up. What's up? I
Man,
might got
hey,
a couple of bumps and bruises, but I'm getting to the crib.
shit. I seen that shit in Lancaster. This was like early 2000s. Man, like we was shit. We was in high school, college around that time. Only thing was popping out there really was house parties, or if they had some kind of event. And this was like a house party with cats 17, 18, 19 years old. Man, you would have like hood cats in their 40s trying to party at a house party with kids.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, man. My first house party, I thought I was at a grown folk party. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, whoa.
Yo,
Then I
that's
see,
wild.
then I see
That's
the
wild.
look, man, look. I see the homegirl come out. She like, you good? The other homies is on the way. When I sit there a little longer, shit, how we start falling through. I'm like, all right, cool. Because it was supposed to be the homegirl birthday party. But you know how that go. As soon as the sun go down, grown folks feel like it's daytime.
Real shit. Hey man. Hey,
But gang banging. Then you see the homegirl mama twerk it and auntie twerk it, and you like, what is going on?
hey, what's the
Yeah,
biz? You know
yeah.
how
I
many
came up
bras?
in a different time, a
Man,
different
hey,
time.
I bet you. I wonder how many bras look back on them days, like the late '80s, '90s, early 2000s. Some of them bras who made some decisions, like back in the day, they wouldn't fuck with a nigga unless he had a nice ride. So how many cats had nice rides back in the day, but didn't have shit else going on?
All right. I didn't. I mean, I was doing my little thing in the streets, but shit, I had an 78 Malibu too, though. You know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga said, yeah,
Fishbowl, gold. You know
that
what
nigga said he had a Malibu, nigga. Wait a minute.
What what do you
A two
say? The the bumpy face, huh?
I'm saying? Yeah. I had
oh,
one of them.
yo.
Then I went from that. No, I had an Oldsmobile first, a white Oldsmobile. Man, listen. Yeah, buddy, that was at. I was 16 when I had that motherfucker.
I
Hey,
miss
I
let me
those
don't
ask
know.
days.
It was more fun back then. I mean, these kids now, man, these kids now, boy.
They not doing shit like we did. I was telling my son, man, we used to not only encourage you to do it, but we was like 14, 15 years old. Shit, we used to take the ride, be on Crenshaw, the mom car and shit. Like, we used to do some shit like
Man,
that.
listen, yeah. They took
you.
look, my people took me out of LA. They said, look, you go back and all this and all that. That's cool. Stay off Crenshaw, please. I ain't trying to make you an obituary before you graduate high school. Yeah, all right.
I ain't gonna even lie, nigga. I used to
Low
take
rider Sundays, I'm out there.
bro at
Right.
like 11 o'clock at night, nigga, to go, you know what I'm saying? Meet with my baby mama, nigga. She was all the way in Inglewood, nigga. I was, nigga, 11
Ooh
o'clock,
wee.
no license, no nothing, nigga, just dipping, nigga, like, fuck it, I'm gonna get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was
Crazy.
reckless. Yeah, you was reckless.
That was a
Crazy.
Crenshaw, the Camaro era. That was the shit when the
Like a
Camaro,
motherfucker.
everybody had a Camaro.
Crazy, bro.
I just got this new Z71. Hey, come check me out. All that.
Man, that's when this before street takeovers was street takeovers. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit they do it now. I mean, some of
Back
these
then it
kids,
was different.
it was different.
They let us do our thing back then. They knew what nobody trying to really, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to come show off some cars, you know what I'm saying? Have a good time, chill with the homies and go home.
Cause we stayed in one area.
You in LA, so something gonna pop off either way. But when we left the house, we didn't, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have those intentions starting out.
Cause we kept it in one area. Nowadays, you look at the news. Some of these youngsters, man, they got newer cars. Hell, you see some cats 18 out there with new scat packs and shit out there doing donuts. I'm like, man, y'all crazy. If we had cars like this, we wouldn't be doing donuts in them. I can guarantee you that.
Man, look, we trying to take that to the low rider show and be like, hey, look, y'all got y'all thing, but we over here doing this. It wasn't
Yep.
about all that. I'm talking about, and they stop in the middle of any intersection and do it now at the
Man,
drop of a dime.
hey, they had one this
Let it be
morning.
a red light. It's over with.
Hey, 11 o'clock this morning. I'm going up Normandy, passing Louisiana Chicken on Manchester Normandy. Couldn't even get past the intersection. They had one of the biggest takeovers at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard the last one they had, like, out there in Compton, I think like 4 people got shot or some shit like that. It's just crazy, man. You know.
That's what these kids don't realize. You doing this shit, but you still in somebody else's territory. I'm gonna say it just like that. You're
Well,
not
that's kind
doing it in your own section because
of
They
your little
not.
homies telling you to move around. They telling you to move around with that shit. You ain't gonna bring no extra attention over here for what?
because most of the people doing it in these areas not even living in these areas. And secondly, most of these groups are doing these smash and grabs too. Not all of them, but some been caught on the news after the takeovers. And it's crazy because y'all running the little mom and pop businesses out. Y'all gonna run the major businesses out of your area. Then where you gonna shop at?
Yeah, and that's gonna be an issue because 9 times out of 10 you got to go to another neighborhood to shop, farther away from where you live, wasting more gas. But what's the cost of something happening to you because you live on your side of town? That's the
And dealing
A
with
reality.
their
whole lot.
police.
That's some reality shit right there, boy.
Yeah, you got to deal with a different department of different police department too.
Yep.
You used to everywhere in LA, your section or wherever, but you got to be branched out and go to a store 30 miles away now. Now you got different elements. You're not these police don't know you. You're gonna get harassed.
You in South Central, you done blew your area up. Now you got to go to the low bottom. You got to go to the east side. Yeah, all right. Let me know how that work out for you.
Yeah, that shit wild, bro. That shit wild. Uh, what y'all feel about you know, I was just looking at some shit on Google right now. Um, I think we talked about it before. In this time, do y'all feel like we're ever going to see war here on this plane? The reason why I'm asking because North Korea recently released a statement and says, Kim Jong Un says he has no desire to talks and repeats a threat to destroy, South Korea if provoked. They've been ramping up on that real lately, like with
They
all
got
this
some
shit.
shit that come from up underwater too.
Mm,
Oh yeah, they got some shit that come from up underwater and travel from their home to ours seamlessly.
mm. I don't know, man. This shit, do y'all think, it's actually possible that, we can get fall under attack here? Think it's
I
a
think
possibility?
I think we need to mind our own business sometime.
Mm,
There you go.
hello. Yeah, I feel you on that one, P. I always used to say, like it's like we the police of the world, bro. It almost seemed like that, you know.
That
Like,
was said before by us.
yeah, we always gotta go keep peace somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? We got millions of homeless people out here. Yeah.
Now
Fuck no.
they lead us to speculate on what's going on. We only know what they tell us basically through media and certain outlets that allow us to hear partially of the truth.
Unless
Mhm.
you do
But
your own research.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You do your own research and I just look at it like this. If you have another country threatening another country that's not mentioning you, why would you put your nose in it?
Well, we kind of tied to them over there. Not necessarily, but we got fucking uh,
How many how
military
many how
branches.
many of these countries sending aid over here to America? They see what's going on to the black people and the black communities and shit. How many of them sending people over here to aid us?
They don't care to.
Zero, zero.
Zero. So I say that to say this. People say, okay, well, what does that mean? Okay, what do politicians thrive for during an election? Whose vote?
Ours. Yeah.
The black vote.
Hmm.
So, which means we mean something over here. You know what I'm saying? People, that's what people need to realize. We mean something. Like it seemed to be crazy because the only people who don't realize our power is us.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the fucked
Facts.
up part.
Facts. I think the only one time that I seen, the world collectively stand up for one of us, I think, was recently with the George Floyd thing. Like, it was people like in Paris and you know what I mean? Like that kind of stretch across the globe. You know what I mean? But
But how many of us had to fall for that to happen?
Exactly what I was gonna say. Yep, you got it. Took the words right out of my mouth, bro. For real.
I mean,
I
look at
feel
the people. Look at the people that have lost their lives before, Mr. Floyd. Look at the young lady Sandra Bland. People don't remember that story. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. I
yeah,
mean, it's been a lot of devastation that went on. You know what I'm saying? And it's still going on. And it only gonna change when you decide to make a change. And it's not saying this to be racial, but every culture over here has did something for their own race, and it's been supported by their people, and nobody said nothing. Only reason why things won't get supported by our people, because when we try something and it don't work, people give up and don't want to try it again and try to find another route. No, Aaliyah said it first. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try it again.
facts. Let me ask you,
That
what do
was
y'all think? What do y'all think is the worst thing that happened to the black race in history? What's the worst thing that ever happened to us?
Wanting
dope,
equality.
Mm,
poverty
mm,
stricken neighborhood, a liquor store on every corner, all that.
mm.
I think what messed up a lot of communities. I'm not saying this as what messed up the black race, but part of that is the communities that we have built amongst the black dollar, just like every other community have built amongst their dollar. Um, we fought for so much equality. We fought for people to live in Beverly Hills and places where black people weren't allowed. We fought for that, and we got it. Now you live there. So now the stuff that you were making money off of, it's equality. Now you allowed other people to make money off what you created also. It's equality, right? It goes both ways. So a lot of people fall for equality thinking, okay, now we can be equal with people. Okay, and it's vice versa also.
Mm, mm. No, it's real. You know what? Where I think, it's just my opinion. Where I think, was what was detrimental to us as a culture is, government assistance. Because the reason why I say this is because it made it okay for, um, the black father to not be in the home, because he no longer has to support the family, whether he was out there, doing drugs or pimping or, running the street, whatever he was doing, gang banging, whatever. Um, the importance of him in the home became, it
Little
like
to nothing.
a lot to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So now it's like, oh, we don't need a man in the home because every month you're gonna get them stamps and you're gonna get that, that cash aid and that section 8 to make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? And that what I think is like the most detrimental of whatever could have happened to us. When they started giving us free money, we became dependent on it, and that broke down the structure of the black father being in the home. Real talk.
I feel like it was the fact of us going to jail reoccurringly on trumped up charges that take us from our family. And when these women say, well, what are we supposed to do? Instead of giving them a solution that makes sense. Hey, let me throw this money at you right quick. Let me throw this money at you. Let me throw these food stamps at you. Don't worry about nothing. We're gonna make you feel like and program you to feel like you don't need him in the home. I feel like it's on a bigger scale, really. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's
Real
on a
talk.
bigger scale.
Real
I
talk.
think
Hey,
it
honey
it
P.
affected. I think it affected some people like mentally too, and I say that it affected the black women more mentally, whether they want to admit it or not. Um, because everything that was put in place had a trickle effect. How many black women back in the days, and I want to say the 90s, would say they wouldn't mess with a nigga who ain't been to jail before? They need a real nigga. So their mind frame was you wasn't a real man until you had some kind of dirt on your hand. Nowadays, those same ladies are like early 50s to mid 50s, without a pot to piss in because of decisions they made back in the day, falling into that trap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
definitely
know, and
agree.
a lot of women don't think a lot of women want to exclude themselves, like, oh, that ain't me. Like, okay, I put it to you like this: how many women that we probably know personally, or seen or heard of from the '90s till now, in the hood somewhere, all got a baby by the same nigga from a hood.
Oh man, we ain't, you know what?
Yeah,
And you got women like that now who's educated themselves and who's grown out of that, and now they're like, okay, now I know what I deserve as a woman. But it's like, yeah, you should have deserved that 30 years ago. Now you're 54 thinking you're gonna get some dude to wife you up.
I mean, damn, P,
The self morals have been lost.
it's deep. P hitting
Now
those.
you now you look at these TV shows and you see these women on these TV shows and on Instagram, and that's what you feel you deserve, right? Came out with a whole list of where we're not gonna go. You're not gonna take us here. You live on the back end of Watson, a 1 bedroom bungalow. You don't knock it off. But because of media and programming, this is what they feel they need.
People got to want to be willing to unprogram themselves also. A lot of people like staying in the same mode. Like, hey, like that video I told you to check out the other day, Rose. Old boy said something real. Basically, it's like some people know they're not in the position they want to be in life. Some
Yeah,
people know they got work to be done, but instead of putting in the work, they rather take time out to blow a blunt, get high, and zone out for a minute. Like he said, you don't deserve to be getting high if you ain't at the place you want to be at in life.
right. No time for slacking. What he was breaking down, and that that brother's deep. You know, like you say, he was basically saying you ain't got time to waste. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
And we became lazy. Because the old school, they a man that don't work don't eat. Now, fuck the if you don't work, you don't eat. If you ain't a thug and you ain't out here banging and ain't caught nobody, fuck you.
Yep.
When it shouldn't be that way. At least
Yeah,
that's my thought about it.
we conditioned, bro. We definitely conditioned to to this society. I think we honestly, people may be mad at me when I say this, but I think we honestly like we afraid to break the chains
Some
and
people
really
afraid of change.
yeah and really thrive. You know what I'm saying? I think we afraid, bro. I really think we are. You
We're
know,
afraid of change. We're afraid to push ourselves, but we get mad at regentrification.
I mean, you people like I say, people got to step outside that box, man. You got to switch it up. Men and women, and like when I say certain things about women, not saying this to be sexist, but like real talk. Like you hear a lot of stuff coming from black men to black women and black women to black men. We got to work together. I mean, because at the end of the day, we all we got. And for black women who think that black men don't love them, like, come on, man. Like, this is not the '90s. And I say that to both sides. For men, this ain't the '90s. A lot of these women ain't looking to lock you down, getting pregnant. They want to do a sex tape with you now. No, but real shit, and vice
And
versa.
that's real though. It's a joke, but that's real.
It's real.
They
They,
don't
they
they don't want to settle down. They don't want to get married. They're not trying to have no kids with no picket fence. Now they want to do a OnlyFans and shake ass on social media.
Yep. And that's what a lot of women got to realize too. If you want to live that lifestyle, you can't say I got a good man at home and then you out on social media with your girls turning up. You gotta it's about respect in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like we say they don't have no morale, but it's about respect. Some people gotta learn to respect themselves first before they can respect somebody else. And you'll see a lot of changes then, especially in our community. That's the fact. We don't communicate, and a lot of people don't respect nothing or nobody.
a lot of the times
We
we
go
don't know
ahead,
how to
Bobo. I'm sorry.
don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, we do. Don't say that.
uh,
Don't give them that excuse.
we, nah, we don't, bro. Like, if you really
Yes,
break
we do.
it
We know. Hold on, hold on. We know how to communicate to get some pussy. We know how to communicate to get talk a female out of a bag. We know how to
down,
communicate to lie to the police to get off from something. We know how to
mm,
communicate when we need that when we need the plug to shoot us something on the low key. We know how to communicate when it come to doing some dumb shit. But you don't know how to communicate to the people, to the officers and people in your city to come get help for your community or see how you could change your community. I don't give them that. Hell no.
Nope.
Hell no.
I
Hell
respect.
no.
I mean, hey, that's real, Big LA. Just basically what you saying is a lot of people know what they got to do to succeed and won't do it. But let a nigga run out of weed. I bet money he'll make 2 or 3 calls to somebody to see if they got a blunt he could blow with him.
Yeah, you ain't never lied about that one. Somebody getting some feedback. P, is that you?
Said me?
Yeah, I think it's some feedback somewhere. It sound like some whispering, but anyway, yeah, bro, that shit
It's like
crazy.
a slight echo. I hear it when I come off my mic. That's why I keep
Yeah,
muting myself.
yeah, I hear it too. But I think we good. We good. Um, yeah, man, shit. Uncle Joe, man. They say Uncle Joe, mentally may not be stable to run again for the presidency, and they said, they're concerned about, um, his memory.
Can I
You know,
say something? Can
Are
I
we
say something real
surprised?
quick? Hold on. Can I say something real quick?
man, you playing, man.
I'm not worried about the memory of a motherfucker who fall asleep at the counter, who walk up the steps and trip and fall walking up the stairs. A motherfucker who forget what he's saying in front of you and just end it and walk off the screen. I'm not too worried about him, Jack. Go ahead and let Joe go home. Let Joe go home, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and run the preliminaries, whoever win the preliminaries or whatever. Go ahead and let them do that job until the real thing comes through. Now, if they don't win, they go home. If they win, they stay. I don't understand it. You want to take all the guns away in America and we can have a whole World War III around this motherfucker? I don't understand it. It make no sense to me.
I
And
mean,
he got Alzheimer's. I ain't worried about his memory. He don't even
in
remember what he ate last week.
in defense, while we speaking on that about the gun situation, did y'all see the mother that was convicted? Uh, because her son, shot up a school. They convicted her as well. Did y'all see that?
I saw that. They should.
So what happened to them other schools and whatnot that got shot up by them kids?
You got a
Their
hell
mamas
of
and daddies got to go home.
somebody got a hell of an echo.
I mean,
It
how
might
how
it
would
might be me.
how is somebody supposed to feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know as a parent, you hear some shit like that, you're gonna be devastated. You hear the story, you're gonna say, all right, I know the kid didn't go buy the gun himself. Find out, the parent was not paying attention to how they storing their weapon properly, allegedly, from what I heard, and that happened. So, am I shocked the parent got charged? No.
Do you think it's going to change? Because they starting to charge parents for these type of crimes.
Nope.
Well, first and foremost, like, what state was this in again? I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Want to say I believe it was what's that shit? Tennessee. I believe it was.
Now,
Hold on, fact check.
if it's a state where you have the right to carry weapons and stuff like that, that'll be that's a major crime because a lot of people are more lax in those states where you have license and open carry.
If you ask me, I said bullshit all around the board.
I do understand, holding the parent responsible. By the way, this was in Michigan as well. This happened in Michigan.
Oh
Um,
hell no, nah, really, no, man.
They got a right to carry in Michigan, so I mean,
yeah.
that's a big conviction in a state where guns are easily accessible. Well, easier than California, New York.
Did you guys know? I was watching this the other day. Out here, you can do the research yourself. There's a law that says as long as the minor is in the home, they are they are okay with carrying a concealed weapon. Here in AZ, look it up. It's a law that was written a long time ago, but they agreed to it, and so
Okay,
now it's valid to get changed.
let me ask you this. That's cool. That's great. How many how many Arizona schools have been shot up
Yeah, not too
to
many.
the level of what's going on around this country?
Not too many. I can't say too many.
Now, don't get
LA
me wrong. Don't get me
LA
wrong.
schools too. LA schools too, for that matter. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say ain't no youngster took nothing up there because I went to school color. You know what I'm saying? It was up there. They wasn't shooting up no school. They weren't shooting up innocent kids.
They were doing it
You dig me?
after school.
But at the same time, 100p, you dig what I'm saying? They wasn't. It wasn't. I'm gonna shoot up the whole school. I got my target. If anybody happened to jump in them crosshairs, shit happened. But damn it, I'm coming for my target. You wasn't hitting. You wasn't going after the whole school because your mama told you couldn't stay on TikTok after 10 o'clock. You wasn't shooting up the school because you know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Man,
I'm glad this is a pre-record because I'm gonna definitely have to clip some of this shit out, nigga. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
no,
Man,
you
hey,
don't really. This is what's
that,
real. This is what people don't talk about. This is why the world is the way it is right now. People wonder
see
why
a lot of
we're
people
at the
scared to talk
bottom
about it.
of the we're at the bottom of a lot of lists in a lot of other countries. A lot of these other countries laugh at America, bro.
We're at the bottom of the list here in this country.
My point exactly. How you at the bottom of the list in your own country?
We keep allowing it. A lot of black people still don't vote because they say your vote don't mean shit. So when you got 20
At
million,
this point, it ain't even black folks. It's everybody. It ain't just black people. It's everybody.
Mm.
You got Native Americans on this land that want this and want that. You got white people on this land that want this and want that. You got black people that feel they need reparations and this and that. Then you got motherfuckers coming from other countries that feel entitled too.
Yeah,
yeah.
break that shit down. Break that
Hey,
shit
So
down.
so in
Like,
2020, so in 2024, it's hard to say we're not even a minority anymore, fam. We're not even a minority no more, bro. If you ask me, out of country people and white people are the minority in this country nowadays. And that's
well, I mean,
crazy to say.
we we
hey,
Crazy.
we
P,
huh?
yeah. I was gonna say,
No,
speaking of with the minority, you were saying your boy told you something today the way he was breaking down a little citizenship shit. You want to wait to get him on here, or do you want to break that down for us? Elaborate for us tonight.
I'm gonna let him explain that, but I got something interesting. I was talking to another friend of mine, which is white, and he's a diehard Republican. Um, Something that was very interesting that stood out to me. He was like, you know what? I've noticed where I live at. He lives in Orange County. He said, I noticed where I live at that a lot of a lot of my white friends are trying to lessen the tension between black and white. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? He said, a lot of people back in the day who didn't like black people that I knew, basically, now it's like they got best friends who are black now. And I said, what's the reason for that is? And then I thought about it. I said, damn, it hit me as soon as I asked him that question. Well, they see that a lot of people who are migrating here, a lot of people who feel like this used to be their land, which it rightfully, was, history. They're not coming.
I know history too, and I want to talk to you about that one day. But I'm gonna let you land your plane
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm
tonight.
hey, I know where you're going with that. I know it's deeper than that, but just of what a lot of
I
people
get what
think,
you're saying. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Um, but look at it like this: when you look at us as black people, like I said earlier, we fall for equality. Look what a lot of people who are coming to this country for. You think they're coming here to fight for equality? No, they're coming to take back what they believe that is theirs. Who owns the shit here? It's not black people. It's not really white people, but it's more white
yeah.
people than us. And I say
I'm
that
gonna
to
be
say this.
100. It's nobody. It's the Spaniards. It's the Egyptians. But like I said, I'm gonna let you land your plane. We're gonna handle
Yeah,
that another
yeah.
day.
Well, see, you talking about the original land. I'm talking about like these like business companies, stuff like that. Um,
Yeah. True.
uh, so just to sum it all up is we fight for equality. You got other people who are fighting to take back. So who was enslaved to build wealth for who back in the days?
Shit, us.
So that being said is
We were, but
from
we weren't because even back then
but we weren't. Yeah, you're right. But
we still felt like we were owed something. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and I've been doing my research. Like back in the day, it was a piece of paper signed that said work would be done for 400 years, right?
yeah,
400 years almost up.
shit, that been up.
400 years. Well, if you go by the things you hear today, we're at the very end of it. Is what they say. We're at the very end of this 400 years. You dig what I'm saying? Not knowing that 400 years ended about 100 years ago. I don't know where they started their clock, but the clock I go off of, yeah, it ended like 100 years ago, and nothing's changed. I don't, to be
It's
honest,
just
I
like
don't think.
Juneteenth. We
Oh
didn't know
man,
until late.
Yeah, that's crazy. They say the slaves in Texas didn't find out till like 3 years later after
that's what I'm
the
saying.
emancipation was signed.
That's what I'm
It's crazy.
saying.
It's crazy.
Now they want to do this thing in California where, depending on where your blood run, you can get you a little piece of paper. You can get your little bag. Why it take this long? Why it take this long for them to tell us that was possible?
I mean,
If
let's be real,
we talking
man.
about if we talking about us as a people, you know what I'm saying?
Let's be
We got
real,
some of
man.
our own people who know this and won't say nothing. So
That's
June
right.
Juneteenth was just signed into a federal holiday a few years ago, man. That shit happened back in the 1800s. Like, nigga, that shit skipped by Barack ass. Like, he didn't even do it,
It
nigga.
did.
It took
How
Uncle
you
Joe
gonna
to get
skip?
it done. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna skip something by a puppet that you tell what to do?
and also a lot of it came to light over a lot of the
Oh, I'm
tragedies
saying.
that happened. More people have brought a lot of things to light. That's even like Arizona. They just started recently in I think the last 15, 20 years honoring King Day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they just started doing that, bro. Martin Luther King just got a street in Arizona, 2021, in Mesa, Arizona. Center Street is now Martin Luther King Boulevard or Street, one of the two.
Yeah, man.
My thing is, why isn't nobody speaking out? Us as black people, everybody runs to the black organizations when they need help and they run to their aid. But how many people are running to the aid of black people? When I say black people, I'm not talking about just us like black people. You got a lot of people who got kids who are mixed with black and Mexican, black and Salvadorian, black Samoan, all this stuff. You know what I'm
You
saying?
wanna know
They
why?
part of this too.
You wanna know why they don't run?
Why's that?
Because at the same amount of time we've been putting our hand out asking for something, we also been crying wolf the same amount of time.
Motherfuckers been praying too much.
So honestly, they don't know when to come. Oh, y'all need reparations, but we're still the oppressor. Which one do you want? You can't have it both ways. You can't have them. You can't want them to come help you and still tell them kiss my ass when they come.
I'm gonna be politically correct, and I'm gonna say some shit that people may not like, but hey, it's on my heart. Anytime we have some issues, we always run to that preacher man at that church house.
And he ain't
Mm-hmm.
doing nothing but fucking everybody.
Talk about it. Go ahead, talk about it.
We always run to that preacher man at that church house, and we expect him just like we did years ago. Let's be real, because all he gonna do is, hey, we need to practice peace, and in a he wants to be as
Is
gentle as
Dr. King
possible
like?
about. Come on, I'm trying to say it politically correct. P, you follow what I'm saying, man? Listen, hey, he try to be peaceful as possible. And they say, "Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna get all the news cameras and everybody in front of you." And yeah, hey, look, we holding it. We shall overcome all of those
Yeah,
shit.
all right. Yeah, all right.
Right? Yo,
That falls into Black Lives Matter, which, if you ask me, that was a glorified payday. It was a glorified time for everybody to jump on a bandwagon to make $1.
And look what happened to the organizers.
mm,
Let's talk about it.
man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Let's
You know,
talk about
I'm
Where
just
it.
saying,
where's BLM at right now? And not saying that some of their movement didn't bring a light to certain situations. It did, but
It did. I ain't gonna
how
say
can
it didn't.
it's so much scandal tied to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, the scandal was overshadowing what you put this organization in place for.
yeah, but this how I feel about that, P, and I totally agree with you. But you can't blame like one person's actions compared to the movement, because it when it was happening, it was the movement. Yeah, she was fucking up the money. You know what I'm saying, and doing all that shit.
But it wasn't just her fucking up the money. That's the thing.
It was multiple.
She
Mm,
wasn't the only one fucking up the bag. Yeah, you could. I could put on a suit and a tuxedo and walk and talk the way I'm supposed to. But is that my agenda at the end of the day? Or do I still think with that hustler and that thug mentality? Oh, I'm putting on the suit and dancing like a monkey to get what I need to. Come on, man.
mm,
That was nothing more than a way to exploit your own people and get other people and exploit other people too. Because a lot of racists stood with that Black Lives Matter shit.
yeah,
A lot.
yeah,
Bro, I seen white people walking by Black Lives Matter t-shirts on with the signs and have a painting of a black person on their face with their fist in the air. I seen it.
yeah. A lot of
I
cities
seen
too.
a lot
A
of
lot of
cities.
A lot of cities, a lot of states, some countries jumped on that movement, bro.
yeah,
And if you ask me, they don't understand how uh, egregious Black lives really are.
All they
You
want to
got a
do is fuck
you
black
got a
women.
you got a couple of us sprinkled in your cities and in your countries because God damn it, we was there. We damn near was there first. It is what it is. So yeah, you got a couple of us sprinkled there, but with the heart of where the bullshit at, none of y'all are here. But this is your time to put a t-shirt on, go sign up, and make a couple of dollars and put a couple of dollars in your pocket. It's a way for you to jump into the hustle and do it with a smile on your face, and nobody's gonna say nothing because this is what's supposed to be going on right now. Because out of 100 or 1,000 some odd black people that then got knocked off due to fucked up bullshit, this the one you want to say something about? Now you want to stand up and say something?
Let me ask y'all a question. Who do y'all think are some of the black leaders of today that can, get us going in the right? What the fuck
We
was
don't
that?
have damn that we don't
Hold on,
have any.
man. Hold on,
Oh,
nigga.
that was a motorcycle passing by the house.
That
That was a
motherfucker came
motorcycle
by.
passing by the house. Yeah.
That nigga,
Ugh, shit.
that nigga was in a Hemi. Did you hear that shit? That was
That
a
Hey,
Hemi.
hey, hey, he was
motherfucker, Big
sliding this
LA in the
motherfucker.
street takeover live.
Hey man, don't worry about nothing, man. Don't worry about nothing.
That nigga say he live with it. That nigga crazy. Oh man.
Say it again. Say
Hey,
it again.
who do y'all think
Mm.
are some of the black leaders in our community today that
Huh?
can possibly get something going in a positive direction for us? Who would you say needs to step up and take command of that?
None of them.
I think you gotta,
And that's all honesty. None of them. Not
yeah.
one. Not one person right now shows that they are truly for our people. We got congressmen right now. Okay, you're chasing Donald Trump because he actually came in and did his job of what he was supposed to do. Help the economy a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck up a little bit because you're the president. That's just what you gonna do. But help the people, give them a little bit of paper, and go take your ass home. That's why I say, and you said that Juneteenth slipped by Obama. I'm gonna say it again. How can something slip by a puppet that's being moved around with strings?
So you feel like they just put it on Joe agenda? That's what he was supposed to do.
Bro, that's a almost 80 something year old man with Alzheimer's who can't stay awake 10 minutes. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. We're gonna go ahead and put this agenda on him. He's gonna get that done. He's gonna be the one slow cuckoo president that kind of gave us what we wanted, and he didn't make no real ruckus. He made a ruckus when he said, I'm gonna remove guns." That's when he made a ruckus. He made a ruckus when he allowed people in Texas to put up their own fucking border wall and defend themselves.
Nigga, LA gonna have them Proud Boys at his door in the morning, nigga. I'm
Man,
fucking
fuck,
around.
they coming for me. It's cool.
I'm fucking around.
Cause I stand on what I, but that's the thing relative. I stand on what I say. That's that you know what I'm saying.
I catch you, bro. I
Like
got you.
like like they people get mad, right? They get mad and they say shit, right? They say, well, who's our black leaders? Well, if you go by news and social media, it's a couple of niggas from a couple hoods that don't own no doors in them motherfuckers. Coincidentally, because they do say you don't own anything unless your name's on it.
Fact.
So none. Because now these older figures of what you think would be, they doing the same shit the young niggas is doing. I just watched a 50-something-year-old man have a fucking paperwork document party on YouTube. But this the black man you want me to look up to? This the black man that's gonna come save my community? I'm cool. I'll keep doing it by myself and I'll probably get further than he will.
What about the Quincy Jones, nigga, or
Quincy ain't
Smokey
outside handing
Robinson?
out. He
You know what
ain't
I'm saying?
outside handing out no sandwiches.
The Dr. Dre's, maybe, because he got a
Dr.
bag.
Dre ain't went and talked to not one community about let me put a YMCA over here. Let me put a park with a jungle gym set over here that literally nobody owns, but figuratively nobody owns based on how we were raised. So the kids can actually have somewhere to go play. They can get back outside. They can get off of these cell phones and tablets and get off of social media and move away from that and see something different. When the last time publicly you heard about a little black kid going to a big college in California and then doing their thing and going to the NFL or becoming a high ranking lawyer or judge?
Hey, you know what, Big LA? It happens, but they just don't display
But that's
that
but
type of
that's what
stuff.
I'm saying. When was the last time something like that was displayed? You want your people to move and be different. Why not get up and show them different? No, you want to show them how a nigga just got his head knocked in at the Slauson, or a nigga just got his head knocked in at Fox Hills Mall, or a nigga from the low bottoms got hit by a car. That's what you want to publicate. That's what you want to program into the mind. When the last time you seen one of our people stand up on camera and talk about what needs to happen? None of them. But they
Yeah,
all got Instagrams. They're
yeah.
all popping on Instagram, social media. Facebook, YouTube.
And what you say? They won't reply back to somebody commenting something
Oh
nice,
no,
but they'll
no,
reply back to the motherfucker who called them an asshole or B word. Oh, for real?
Facts.
nigga, you in a whole different tax bracket than half of these motherfuckers. But somebody who say, "Hey, you doing a good job, bro. I like what you're trying to do for the people. Keep up with that." You don't say shit to that. You don't acknowledge it. It was like the comment was never there. But little female hopping your DMs and say, "Hey, you look decent in that suit in that one picture that I like. Yeah, you see me. I'm the one with the so and so. Yeah, yeah, with the OnlyFans behind me." You acknowledge that. A nigga say you look like a square from Delaware. You acknowledge that. The motherfuckers I came up around still wore suits. Still wear suits to this day. Just for the fucking wearing a suit.
But
Because
you
they
know
hold
what?
themselves to a different standard. It ain't. Listen, it's fucked up out here, and one person ain't gonna do it unless they're able to get in the face a camera and really talk to these people. It's not gonna happen. We've had people at those levels, and they've done so much dumb shit, like old girl in Atlanta, the officers in that other state do so much stupid shit to the point. What the fuck we gonna put them on TV for? In a serious light. But what we gonna do is make a bag off all this dumb shit they doing and program the people that's watching it. That's hey, this is all y'all gonna be. Don't expect too much more. But the ones like us that do research outside of the propaganda of that bullshit, we're trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out.
Well, you see, we still trying to figure out a lot of stuff because, like I said before, we part of that lost generation that had to teach ourselves a lot of shit that was taught to a lot of other generations. Like the shit that was taught to some of our parents, they got from their parents because a lot of them who came from the South was either farmers or had to do some shit like that, sharecropping. So they were taught knowledge. A lot of them cats came to California and wilded out and didn't teach us shit. So we had to start from scratch.
Why would I teach you something when I've been
Facts.
trying to show you something and you didn't want to peep it? Because about 80% of LA is their roots don't come from LA.
Fact.
Their natural roots do not come from Los Angeles. So it's been tried. They tried to show it. Well, we're not gonna pick this up. That's stupid. But that motherfucker in that pleather suit on the corner with 5 girls around him, and he got these little bags that he hand to people, and people hand him currency. That's what amused me. That's what I'm gonna do. And that shit falls short. That shit don't run long. So when the people that actually try to teach a trade, that know something, that got some shit that's longevity, like hell yeah, they came and took over. And no, they're not gonna try to teach it again because they tried to give it to you the first and second time you didn't want to hear the shit. And they told you on that third time, when I see you again, I'm not gonna try to teach you this. Now I'm gonna charge you for it.
Mm.
I'm gonna open up a school and I'm gonna make your ass pay for it because I tried to give it to you for the free and you didn't want to drink the water. But now I put a price on it, tell you gotta do this, do this, third, this, that, fifth. And now you wanna listen. Now you wanna try to learn something.
They brag to people when you finish. Oh, look what I got done. Yeah, you could have did it for free.
My point exactly.
Negativity is always attracted to more than positivity in today's times. It's fucked
That's
up, to
that's
think
all
about,
around.
All
it's
around.
exactly all the way around. Like it is fucked up that it's like that, but that's the truth. Like, you know what I mean? People more concerned about, you know, all kind of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Compared to, hey, look, this week 20 black kids went to college. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's just wild and crazy, bro. That's
I
the days.
remember the days of waking up on Saturday. I couldn't wait to see black college football. Grambling State, Texas A&M. When the last time you seen them have a battle off of the bands
Prayer view.
on
You know
TV?
what I'm saying?
When the last time you seen that? You said, "Ah, man, listen, what world fucked up, fucked
Man,
up." It
I
ain't trying
couldn't.
to get. It's not trying to get no better because now we're in the Me Too era. We're in the What About Me era. We're in the Hey, that's happening to them over there. What about us? All right, all right.
I mean, shit. Saturday morning, I couldn't wait to my grandma stayed with my mom and dad. So Saturday morning, where you didn't have to go to school, I couldn't wait for them damn biscuits and grits and them
Man,
pork
listen.
pan sausage from people over here in the neighborhood. Remember John's that used to be on Gramercy and Slauson before Food
Come
for
on,
Less got there.
come on now, man. Say, man.
Mm.
Hey, man.
Hey man,
Bringing back
hey,
some of them
hey,
breakfast specials right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Man,
sh-
yeah, that took the mind back, didn't it?
hey,
Real
you
quick,
but you
real
know
quick.
you if you had some southern roots, they would find them yellow grits. It's hard to find them yellow grits. If you get them yellow grits,
Oh man,
man,
yeah,
them yellow
with some
grits are
salmon
button.
croquettes and some biscuits,
Oh
or
man,
some rice on the man. Look, man,
y'all
croquet.
niggas,
People don't know about croquettes.
y'all
These
niggas
kids
they
don't
making
know
don't. They
about
call it. Hey,
croquettes.
they call them. What the fuck they call them now? Salmon fritters,
Salmon fritters. These kids don't
bruh.
know about that shit. You give them some croquettes in them. I still make that. Go get that can of that pink salmon shit. Hey
Man,
man, make
listen,
that shit in the morning, man. My kids like, oh, what is this, Dad? Like, man, y'all crazy.
with some smothered potatoes and some biscuits. Come on now, yeah, go ahead and get your plate. Yep.
bruh.
I told my
Y'all,
kids that one day. I said, I'm gonna make some smothered potatoes. Hey, what's that? Daddy,
yeah,
that's just fries. No, no, give it like
this
30
is
minutes.
how
Don't worry
you
about
can, and
nothing.
this is how you can tell that, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers is definitely connected to the South. Your auntie, your grandmama, somebody from down yonder. You know what I'm saying? What they
Smothered
call it?
potatoes didn't come from this side of the country.
No, none of
That
this shit.
came that
Really,
came that came from the south. Just like biscuits and gravy.
none of this shit.
Oxtails, greens, hot water cornbread. You dig what I'm saying? Like we didn't start here. Us, this generation might have started in LA.
Mm,
Nigga, get to looking at them roots. Nigga, I got peoples in New York, Texas, Louisiana. Like my
facts,
roots didn't start in California.
facts.
And see, that's why a lot of black other countries that's populated with black people, such as Jamaica, the oxtails are big in Jamaica. Actually, the first lady to ever prep an oxtail was a Jamaican slave, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Um, and man, why you think it's so big in the South? Because look at the South. They consider New Orleans the Northern Caribbean.
Yeah, I could see that too. You know, the Creole culture down there. I could see that for sure, for sure.
So so it's like I say, food, man. And people don't realize the power in food. People don't realize what all nations do, what all presidents do with each other. When they meet, they have
You can
something
get
to
a
eat,
man,
something to drink,
you can get a
So,
crab boil. You can get a crab boil in Los Angeles, California today.
and pay $3,000.
Where that come from though? You can
fuck
get a
that.
chop. You can get a chopped cheese. You can get a deep dish pizza. Where them two come from? They damn sure didn't start in this motherfucker.
Hey,
Sure the
listen,
fuck didn't.
I don't give a fuck what you niggas talking about. I'm not eating no motherfucking chillings. You better believe
What
that.
the fuck was that?
Hey! We didn't say nothing about no chilling, brother. You that what's on your heart, good buddy?
Hey man,
Yeah,
hey, that's why hey, around either if you don't get a Thanksgiving or Christmas, that's a New Year thing. Get you a nice bowl of guts. You know what I'm saying, and enjoy yourself. It's a delicacy.
this nigga P is wild as a motherfucker, man. That nigga be having hot sauce on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Fucking
I
that shit.
mean, I'm a weird eater, man. Like say, learning my ancestry now, knowing that positively. I know my daddy's side. I got to figure his side, but my mama's side is Native American and Canadian. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I know my dad, they some niggas, they was sharecroppers. So
Nigga, don't mean you gotta eat some fucking chillings though, bro.
no,
Come on.
but
God
it's
damn.
it's in the bloodline, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, ain't no chillings in no DNA, man. Knock it off, bro. I think it's a bloodline.
But
I'm
hey,
fucking
you know
with you.
what? You know what though? Something I tell my wife all the time. I say, first and foremost, like I say, a lot of people, like I think I've had this conversation with you, bro. Sometimes people just got to get out there. Everybody gonna find somebody. There's somebody out there good for everybody. And I tell my
Fact.
wife all the time, she the best thing that I ever found. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Fact.
like real talk. But I say that to say that I tell her all the time, like, hey, you lucky you married somebody like me because she know me. I hunt. I skin my own fucking animal, shit like that. I said if we had some kind of shit going on, I bet you a
Survival.
lot of people flock around me for them to eat.
Survival. Oh, hey, what was we talking about that? I think we was talking about that last night on the late hour show. Like, yeah, like you gotta get out there, like go fish. You know what I mean? Like, what would happen if all the stores are closed? That would be like, crazy, bro. Like, you gotta actually go fin and hunt for your own food.
All that shit. People would
I'm
know how to
going
do that.
I'm going to the mountains, bruh, with a lake nearby. I promise you.
Shit, man. Fuck the man.
I
Hey,
tell
man.
I tell y'all
Hey,
in
that
my 36 years I ain't never been fishing.
man. Hey, man. I'm gonna take you fishing, Big LA. You gonna be like, damn, man. This
Hey,
Hook
shit.
some
I
bro,
didn't
I
know
ain't
this
never
shit would be
been
this
fishing,
damn
man.
fun.
yeah, hook
Hey,
some
bro,
shit.
I get you, Rose, my my OG, well, I call him OG, you know what I'm saying, from up Inglewood. He told me the same shit. He live in Arizona now. Well, he been in Arizona. He said, you ain't never been fishing. Fuck wrong with you? Hey man, the big homies didn't teach me how to fish. They taught me other
Man,
things.
hey, hey, we can go to right there to what's that? The Colorado River between Arizona and California, man. I
Stay
tell my
low.
pops, hey, give me your RV. Shit, we gonna take a fucking trip.
Yeah, kick back,
I'm
nigga.
down.
Pull
I'm
some
down.
motherfucking trout up out that motherfucker. Gut them bitches out, nigga. Had them bitches on the grill, nigga. Bring the lemons and the oranges and the seasonings, nigga. We gonna hook some shit up. Promise
Hey,
you.
but real
No.
real shit though, man. I encourage every male. Man, real shit, man. They got some spots locally probably you wouldn't even think they'd have in that area where they would teach you or they would show you or let you help butcher an animal. Some of them already dead, but they got to be skinned, stuff like that and cut
Yup.
open. Um,
I ain't never
learn
did
that.
that either. I ain't did
So,
that
hey,
either.
man, learn that. Trust me, man. I mean, and it's got to be the season for certain hunting, like. But I've been hunting. I've got my own billiards rabbits, shit like that. Um, it's fun, man, and it's not. How do I say? It's not a cruel thing. Like that shit been going on for years. It's a sport. You gotta, you
Survival.
gotta, you gotta, you gotta pay. It's survival. You gotta pay for license in order to hunt. So, like, people talk about cruelty. Somebody making money off this shit.
Yeah. It's survival too, bro. That's like, training, basically. Shit. You know what I mean?
It's survival, and you gotta learn this. Like, hey, so it's crazy. This brought me back to something you said earlier. But a lot of people look at us like I think what you said about like the kids being able to carry a gun in a house or something like that. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Me personally, I don't feel nothing wrong with that. Look on social media now. You see the black families they video and their daughters out there twerking their ass in the drive-through in the parking lot, but you see the white family teaching their daughter how to shoot targets and shit like that.
How to
Yeah.
clean a 357, how to clean a Desert Eagle,
Self
How to
defense.
do it.
how to clean a AK-47. I've seen the videos. It's wild.
Yeah.
I, all that shit, and people think they doing it. Oh, they teaching their kids to do that to kill blacks. No, man. I know some white families that treat some black friends like more like family than their own family, and
Yeah.
let one of them fuck with one of them, and them white cats around. They'll pull that Glock out and smoke your ass over them people.
Over the brother.
Fast.
Fact. Nah, that's real. That's real. Shit, it's some cool, white people out there, bro. And honestly, like I say, we all really the same, bro.
We are.
Everybody got the same fucking emotions. You know what I'm saying? The same set of organs and limbs. Some of us, bro. Yo, it's the mindset which differentiates us. You know what I'm saying? It's the mindset. Like that culture or those people don't think like we do, and we don't think like they do, and they don't think like you know. That's kind of how it is out here, bro. You know what I
It's
mean?
media. It's media. Like my uncle say, it's no different. Just like you said, also hell, like what you say, black women want it in the ass, Hispanic women want it in the culo. It's the same thing.
Sir.
Go to the DR.
Oh
Go to
Lord.
the DR.
Do not get a horizontal.
Go to the DR. Go to the DR. The DR. Shout out Milo, man. Shout out tourists, man. Hey, we been up in this motherfucker for an hour and 10 minutes, man. Let's get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all niggas got something left to say, man? What's on your heart, man? Let it land your plane. We gonna call this segment, nigga. Hold on. I think I got a motherfucking thunder or something in this motherfucker. Hold on. Land your plane, man. Land
That
your plane.
motherfucker, that motherfucker Rose put on the sound of he was busting a nut last night in his bra.
Oh, that's what it sounded like, huh? That's what you did, huh?
Shit.
Is that for sure what you did?
Y'all niggas is crazy, man. Hey, yo, shit,
Open
man.
open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind. Take some accountability for for what's going on, and put the right foot forward and get moving.
Facts,
When
man.
you go get moving, when the marshal knock on your door talking about y'all got to evacuate, that's when you gonna put feet to the pavement. No, get up and do something else.
100 man. What's on your heart, brother? Speak
Man, you
to
know
us.
what? This is to the couple, the black couples in relationships or marriage. Y'all gotta open your eyes, man. Because right now the failure of relationships is very high, and a lot of people want strong black couples to fail. So y'all gotta learn to communicate. Um, that's why I love my wife. We communicate very well. We don't have no issues. So I say that to say this: a lot of it can be done, and for those who think they won't find somebody, they will. Trust me, you will. Um, Keep looking. You got to look in the right place, not the wrong place. And women, if you got a good man, treat him right. Don't treat him like shit. Don't put your husband or longtime boyfriend through no games that your friends put a nigga that they don't really like through. You know what I'm saying? Be your own person, make your own judgments. Vice versa, same thing for the guys. You got a good woman, keep her, lock her down, treat her right. She don't want much. She just want to go out. You know what I'm saying? She want to go to the local little Mexican restaurant, get some food. You know what I'm saying? She want to go out, have a good night, a few margaritas. You ain't got to do nothing extraordinary. You might spend $65 in your town. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to say this, like, open your eyes, communicate. If you got something good, keep it, because the grass is not always greener on the other side.
100, man. 100 P with the game tonight, man. That's real. Big LA with the game tonight too, man. Uh, we appreciate y'all for watching. Uh, y'all make sure y'all come back for another episode, man. We finna start turning this thing up. Shout out to 100 P. Shout out to Big LA. Shout out to the Late Hour Show, my Street Drive Media family. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
we come in the morning time too, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, me and Honey P gonna have something on Real Talk No BS real soon, man. Don't y'all worry about nothing.
Stay tuned to
Street
that.
Drive Media, man. Hashtag ST dot dot dot. You dig what I'm talking about?
Stay tuned to that. Yeah. Uh, with none left to be said, man, everybody have a good evening. We appreciate y'all for watching. We up out of here, man. Yeah. I'm the coldest motherfuckers, nigga, you ever wanna see. Swag on high, colder than a motherfucker. I'm the coldest motherfuckers, nigga, you ever wanna see. Swag on high, colder than a motherfucker. Okay, Rose is back. I told these bitch niggas once they gon' fold a snap. Tryna be a boss, nigga, pockets bulge your fat. If I could touch 7 figures, then your life will rap. Hold up, Rose about to show up. Go ahead and pull up. Y'all niggas need to slow up. Yeah. Okay. Status quo when they checking in. Book a Rose too, nigga, let the games begin. Circle small, don't fuck with no extra friends. So I won't lose out on no extra ends. And this knowledge over everything, bless the king. Yeah, I'm the king on the throne, never spread it thin. Yeah, I'm the coldest motherfucker when it's blessing them. And I be getting my dick sucked at the western end. Oh shit. I'm the coldest motherfuckers, nigga, you ever wanna